Tyranitar EX is one of the new Terrestrial EX Pokemon in Obsidian Flames. I was hoping when they revealed it as a Lightning type Tyranitar, it was going to be a throwback to the old one, which had the short-lived Shockwave mechanic. Unfortunately, that was not the case. This one is still pretty nice. It can do more damage depending on if you already have a damage bench Pokemon. So we're pairing this alongside the Lucario from Brilliant Stars that you can put damage counters on it and search your deck for a fighting energy, and then you can energy switch it onto the Tyranitar and be ready to go all in one turn. And Lucario also doubles as a nice fighting attacker, and fighting is a relevant weakness right now, being able to hit Miraidon and Arceus for super effective and one-shot those Pokemon. This is the list I'm currently using with a thick 3-3 line of Lucario and a 4-0-3 line of Tyranitar. In case you don't know what Tyranitar does, it does for 1 fighting, 120, and discard the top 2 cards of our opponent's deck. And then our main attack here will be for 2 fighting energies, 150. And if our bench Pokemon have any damage counters on him, this attack does 100 more damage, doing 250 in total. So we can hit Lugia, Palkia for weakness. We can one-shot pretty much most, if not all, basic Pokemon V and basic Pokemon EX. And it has that Terrestrial tax, which doesn't really matter. It means it can't get damage on the bench. Won't usually come into play, but it is sort of handy to have. I'm playing the Barrel engine because I want to be able to refold my hand at the end of turns. We can just dump our hand, find our Pokemon, and still keep pieces like Rare Candy and Energy Switch chilling in our hand and refill our hand. We're playing Manaphy because we have to be able to protect our bench. Radiant's Arena is pretty nice because we can just infinitely keep touching energy from the same Lucario. Because the ability is sort of annoying because it pings the damage on it, so eventually you will run out of counters and this Lucario will just be capped. With the Radiant's Arena, you can just, even though it does seem sort of counterintuitive at first, you can just keep healing the same Lucario and only ever need to set up 1 per game. And we have that Mew. It's a great opener, it can help us find our Ball Search and our Rare Candies. I'm playing Course as my primary draw supporter so I can keep the pieces in my hand, and we have, like, we don't usually need more than 1 Lucario in a game, or just 2 at the max, and in some certain matchups we won't need Manaphy, we won't need Serena, so it's just nice to be able to cherry pick through our deck, find be able to keep the Rare Candies or Tyranitar pieces in our hand, because if we're playing primarily Ionos and Researches and stuff like that, we might have to dump those candies or the Tyranitars if our hand doesn't work exactly right. I still want to have Iono in this deck because as a stage 2 deck, we're probably going to be a bit slower and we're going to be falling behind, so I want to have the comeback potential of Iono. Boss Orders is pretty good in a deck like this because we're not necessarily one-shotting Pokemon EX, and so I want to have a way to gust down V or EX Pokemon on our opponent's bench. Raihan, in the same way as Energy Switch, gives us a way to load up a TTR all in 1 turn, and also can fish out Rare Candy. 4-4 Nest and Ultra Ball, we just want to make sure we set up. Battle VIP Pass is something that also could be worth exploring because we just want to have lots of Riolus and Larvitars and even Bidoof down on the first turn, and also we have Artisan just so we have plenty of Ball Search. We have to be playing Rare Candy because we're a stage 2 deck and we're playing no Pupitars, so have to use Rare Candy to set up as fast as possible. 2 Switch in 1 Rope because Lucario has 2 Retreat, Barrel has 2 Retreats, Arena has 2 Retreat, and T-Tar has a massive Retreat of 4, so we have to be able to move between our Pokemon, or we might get trapped in some certain circumstances. I'm playing Double Rod so we can afford to discard our Pokemon early, off Ultra and stuff like that, or be able to recover our energies if we do want to go for like a big Lucario knockout. And then I'm playing the Energy Switch, which is a pretty cool combo piece with the Lucario and Tyranitar. You will notice that there's no Choice Belt in this list. I originally debated whether I wanted to have this or not, and it was originally in my list. But the Choice Belt will give you 280 damage, which will be helping you one-shot most Pokemon V-Stars. But like the relevant V-Stars right now, like Arceus, Lugia, Palkia, and the only exception to this rule is Giratina. We can hit Palkia and Lugia for weakness, so that sort of removes the need to actually have Choice Belt. And then we'll be hitting Arceus for weakness with Lucario. So then Choice Belt doesn't actually help our math ever, and I'd rather just play better cards. I am aware that Giratina is... You will want a Choice Belt for that Giratina matchup. So if that's a matchup you're worried about, you definitely consider adding Choice Belt. I think this deck is going to be pretty weak against Lost Zone Box because they can pick on our little Pokemon in the early game. So that's why I'm sort of not teching for right now, and then just to close it out, we have 10 energies to make sure we always have enough to attach in the early game, and have plenty to pump out with our Lucario. So what do you think of Tyranitar? I'm trying to just have a consistent baseline list, per usual. Nothing too silly or fancy in this one, just to give you guys a nice starting point. I think Tyranitar probably is going to settle into like a tier 3 to like meme tier. It does hit big damage for not too much energy, so I'm just afraid it's not consistent enough, and it's pretty hard to be a relevant deck right now while you take the L to Lost Zone box. And if you look at just some other Stage 2 EX decks like Gardevoir and Charizard, there's not really anything that Tyranitar does that they can't do. But what do you think of Tyranitar? Are you a bit more optimistic than I am? Let me know in the comments section, and I appreciate you guys taking the time of your day to watch my video, and I'll catch you in the next one.